mentioned. So the brief was already set up. The requirement was to make a very unique solution which actually go well with the interior. And that was the starting point from where the design journey started. So the first clue which happens in design journey is by observing what is happening around. And that's how we also began. So we started looking at how cities evolved over the time. And when we say cities, we don't really mean metros only. We are also targeting B-class town as well. So previously there used to be independent houses, but that has been replaced by big buildings now, apartments. Now what has happened, if you recall in olden times when you go out of house, you can still witness some amount of nature. But with these tall buildings, that thing has been cut off from the human mind. And that's where the need was spelled out, that how do we bring in nature to the home? How we can bring this emotive essence of being one with nature using our appliances. So nature has always been a big inspiration, and there are few examples which I would like to cite here. So this is Japanese bullet train. So when this was being tested in the wind tunnel, they realized that it was making a huge amount of sound, and engineers were struggling that how do we bring in the solution, and they took inspiration from a bird, kingfisher bird. Now this is a very interesting bird. It is very agile, and two, when it deep dives into water, there is a minimal amount of a splash. So taking that form factor of the beak of the kingfisher, they designed the headmast of the bullet train. Now how this has helped, it resolved sound at one point, but it also ended up making the train go 10% faster. So walking around with his pet, when he returned home, he saw these seeds, कोकलक, I don't know whether that's a right pronunciation. हिंदी में गोखरू बोलते हैं इसको. So he was walking around, and when he came home, he realized all of these seeds stuck to the trouser and the fur of the dog. So that's when idea emerged, and that's how Velcro was born. Fog-free windshield. This is another interesting study. So lotus petal have a very nice tendency. It plays around with the water, surface tension of the water in such a manner that the droplets become spherical and they do not stay on the leaf. And that's how fog-free windscreen happened. If we take the case study of fan, the silent fans, the inspiration comes from fin of the waves. So that's how we can draw inspiration from the nature and we can give something better. But until now, we have been only looking at the cityscape. What happens inside house is another area which probably need to be deep dived. So what we felt that home is a space wherein you live in comfort of your loved ones. And besides that, there is a feeling of warmth. Unfortunately, all the appliances we have, silvers, grey, white, all of them have very cold feeling. So there is a disconnect between the emotional need and the solution on offer. So to quench this innate desire of human to be close to the nature, we came up with a solution, and I would request AV to be played. philosophy सोच के बनाया है, and we really thought about it. But going further, aesthetically it's wonderful to look at, but does it stand the test of practicality? So this is one of the durable refrigerators. It is scratch free. It is very easy to clean. It won't hold on to the stains. It won't chip off. So in sum total, it's a very long lasting durable product. Now we thought of two products on which we wanted to experiment with this finish, and both of them have a very different manufacturing process. So we have taken in consideration of those, and finally we could realize the solution which is showcased to you. And there is another factor which was the last nail remained to be punched for likability. That is, now people may have varied taste, they may have varied interior scheme. So we also have sufficient amount of finishes on offer in terms of dark and light wood. And yeah, that's bring to the end of my design journey. Thank you all.